Hello. All right, so I haven't been up here in a little while, and honestly, the reason is because I've been overly stressed and overwhelmed and feeling a little burnt out by life, you know, work, love, health, money, that sort of thing. No big deal. But when you get kind of sucked into that mindset, it's really easy to go, oh, I'll just put off my creative outlets for later, or, you know, this hobby that makes me happy, I'll wait, just explore that later. And, you know, you get into a rut that way. Saving it for someday that you're not feeling stressed out or tired or whatever that may be. But I'm back up here anyway, even though I'm still feeling all of those things, for the record, because, well, life goes on, doesn't it? And you can either participate or not, right?
Yeah.
And I also wanted to get up here and reconnect with this room because it's important to me and I miss that. So I hope you guys will help me do that. And I actually have assignments for all of us, but they're fun assignments. And I'll get into those in just a minute. But first, I'm going to start by quoting Alan Watts and what he has to say about music and life. If you are not familiar with this in its entirety, it's worth looking up on YouTube. He starts by pointing out that in music, one doesn't make the end of the composition the point of the composition. And then he goes into explaining that we tend to live our lives living for the reward after the strife, whether that's long-term or short-term, whatever it is for you, whether it's getting a pay raise next year or life after death. The thing is to get to that end, that thing that's coming later always. But he finishes that off by saying, we missed the point all along, because the whole time it was a musical thing, and you were supposed to sing or to dance while the music was being played. And so in the spirit of that, I have a game for us. And it's not a game where there are winners or losers. There's no reward at the end. The game is the reward itself. It's an experiment in rhythm, perception, observation, endurance, among many other things, because metaphors. And so what's going to happen, I'm going to group you all into 3 categories, which I'll do in a moment. Once the music starts, because I have a really cool song for us to play with, it's not mine, but it's awesome. Once the music starts, I'm going to demonstrate a rhythm for each group that I want you to keep up. And now, whatever I ask you to do, if I ask you to stomp your foot, stomp your foot. Now, also being an event manager here, I have to say, if you're wearing like killer heels or something, maybe just take off maybe just take off a shoe or improvise. My point is, I mean, if I want you to clap or slap your thighs, something like that, be sure you leave a mark, because that's how life is. I mean, and no matter what, keep going. All right? Okay, because you're going to get tired. You're gonna leave marks. Enjoy it anyway. Also, be sure that you're paying attention to what the other groups are going through, because I will be asking you all to switch rhythms throughout the song. And if that's not enough, also be sure you're paying attention to the lyrics, because hearing is one thing, but truly listening is just as important as doing or acting. So if you just give it all you've got, you'll have absolutely no choice but to be present in the room, connect with the room, and enjoy the inevitable chaos, because as the song aptly points out, there's nowhere to stop anywhere on this road. Now, groups. Cuddle Pit, you're my group number 1 for obvious reasons. Will you please come up here and represent the Cuddle Pit. Volunteer, sir. And what is your name again? Mr. Hatfield, everybody. So, actually, Mr. Hatfield, I'm going to have you stand right here. And group number one, when the song starts, I'm going to demonstrate your rhythm first. And yes, I'll show you as well. And Mr. Hatfield, throughout the whole song, no matter where I put you, if I move you to the side or whatever, you keep that rhythm going. Cuddle Pit, you mimic whoever is standing in the center. Yes? Yeah. Okay. Group number two, I volunteer, yes, please come up here and stand on this side. Yay. So that's Miss Lala. And Lala is going to stand on this side and represent everyone who's on this side of our lovely videographer, Alicia. So you guys, basically. And a volunteer from this half of the room, yay, Miss Monica. And yeah, you get the idea. So whatever rhythms I give you three, you keep that up the whole time, even if I move you. And I'll help you, okay? And you guys mimic whoever is here, you guys mimic whoever is here. Yes? Yeah. I believe in you. All right. And we're gonna start now, and I'm gonna come down there.
I live in this country now, I'm called by this name. I speak this language, it's not quite the same. For no other reason than this, it's my home. And the places I used to be, far from are gone. You've traveled this long, you just have to go on. Don't even look back to see how far you've come. Though your body is bending under the load, there is nowhere to stop anywhere on this road. My heart is breaking, I cannot sleep. I love a man who's afraid of me. He believes if he doesn't stand guard with the knife, I'll make him my slave for the rest of his life. I love this hour when the tide is just turning. There will be an end to the longing and yearning. If I can stand up to angels and men, I'll never get swallowed in darkness again. You've traveled this long, you just have to go on. Don't even look back to see how far you've come. Though your body is bending under the load, there is nowhere to stop anywhere on this road.
Let's hear it for all of you and Frankie!